lot of years. You know, it's like being in front of a crowd, but you know, after 30 years. Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to what's actually the first annual Bluegrass concert, well, the All-Star Bluegrass concert for the Boulder Bluegrass Camp. How many people have ever been here before for one of the Banjo Camp concerts? This will be completely different because we didn't have any Banjo camps here this whole, normally I've done 3 Banjo camps in the month of January, and decided to switch gears and have the kind of camp where we have equal numbers of all the bluegrass instruments so that the banjo players are not just jamming with other banjo players, and the music turns out to be a lot closer to bluegrass because it involves all the bluegrass instruments, which, as we remember, there's 6 instruments that are often thought of as the main bluegrass instruments, and that would include what? The guitar, bass, banjo, that's 3. There's some other ones: fiddle, mandolin, and dobro. Exactly right. So, well, we're going to have a full house here. We still have seats here toward the front, so come on up and grab a seat. And we will have standing room only. We have this week, for the first annual Boulder Bluegrass Camp, we had 28 people coming in from all over the place. And in fact, in one of the groups, you will meet somebody who came in just for this camp all the way from Germany. And also we have a group coming that came from North Carolina, and some people from Arizona, some people from Tennessee, somebody from New York State, and wouldn't you believe it, some people from Colorado as well. And so we have 6 different bands that have been playing together all week. Some of the bands that are going to be in the second set of the evening are self-contained bands that have played together for a while and perform and so on. And the 4 groups that we'll hear from, a few songs each in the first set, will be people who have done very little performing, maybe no performing in their life, but they have been playing their instruments for a while, and they've been jamming with each other. And toward the end of the week here, we got them working on presenting a few things for you all here tonight to make a concert out of it. At the very end of the evening, and at the end of the second set, we have the instructor band, which will include me and Joan Wernick, that many of you know, of course, and then also members of the band Long Road Home, who've been here teaching all week, and the wonderful and exceptional Hereford Percy, who's a multi-instrumentalist and will be playing bass with us this evening. So we have quite a program lined up. In fact, here, just to give you an idea of the variety, this is the running order. The first set will start with the Nosy Pickers. And then from up in the high country where it's cold, we will be presenting the Frosted Flakes. And then from mostly from Tennessee and also Maine, the group Grass Time will be here. And concluding the first set will be a band called The Incredible Burning Sensations. It takes a while to take that in the title. And in the second set we'll have Sugar Street from North Carolina, and finish up with the Hippie Buckaroos from right here around Boulder County. So it's quite an evening we have planned, and I'm going to ask each of the bands when they perform, they'll be up here doing that and play 2 or 3 songs each, and we'd like to hear who is who in the band. And if they even get around to it, the people could even say what they do in real life. I've usually recited off, well, this person's an elementary school teacher, this person's the mayor of Dallas, and this person's on the run from penitentiary or whatever. Anyway, so it's always fun to hear who's who and what they do in real life besides play bluegrass instruments, because they come from all walks of life. Anyway, let's bring on the first group. This includes people from Arizona and Utah and Boulder. So please welcome the Nosy Pickers.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
You little Duke here. We can start with Bill Jackson. Bill and I are from Arizona. And my name is Ted Roppers. Do you do anything? Oh, I don't know. I live on the Social Security that you folks are. I'm going to let each of the folks introduce themselves.
Doug Tate from Utah, retired chemistry instructor.
Let's get Laura.
Laura Creon here from Boulder, Colorado, radical cannabis relegalization activist.
I didn't know we had those here. I'm Margaret Moore. I'm from Boulder. I work at Eisenhower Elementary as a school teacher.
I'm Maureen Nixon. I'm a Boulderite at heart, but I'm currently living in Fort Collins and also a retired chemist.
Great. Okay, the first song we'd like to do for you is I'll Fly Away.
Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a place on God's celestial throne. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. And the shadows of this life I go, I'll fly away. My cover from different bars, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a place where joy will never end. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away.
Thank you very much for the applause. We know how difficult it is to throw things when you're clapping. We appreciate that. Okay, the next song we're going to do is Dueling. Dooley was a good old boy, lived below the mill. Dooley had 2 daughters and a 40-gallon still. One girl watched the boiler, the other watched the spout. Mama poured bottles when Dooley fetched him out. Dooley, stick a holler, Dooley, trying to make $1 7 lures came for him, slipping through the woods. Dooley kept behind him, all he never lost his goods. Now Dooley is a trader, when into town he comes. Sugar by the bushel, molasses by the drum. Dooley, slip a dollar, Dooley, trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a smaller, I'll pay you back someday. I remember very well when we died. Women folk looked sorry and the men stood round and cried. Now Dooley's on that mountain, he's up there all alone. They put a jug beside him and a barrel for a stone. Dooley's living up the holler, Dooley, trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swaller, I'll pay you back someday. Dooley's living up the holler, Dooley, trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swaller, I'll pay you back someday.
It's not so easy when there's two people right next to you singing other parts, and then you're supposed to remember your part and not start singing their part. That ends up being the hardest aspect of that whole thing. But you just heard two examples of good bluegrass trio singing involving 4 different people altogether. How does that work? With 4 different people in 2 trios? I don't know. Yeah, that's your slide rule. Anyway, great job. And the nosy pickers, I think, are heading for big things. Maybe a deal after the show. All right, bringing on the next group of people. They even have some relatives with them. Remember, yeah, this is the band that's based, some of them in Gunnison. That would be you, Pete, and you, Dave, and they brought some friends and relatives for moral support, and we are very proud of them. They're going to do some harmony singing as well, and they'll introduce themselves to you one by one. But these are all good, competent musicians. They were in room 222. Is that what? That's fantastic. 222. What an amazing coincidence. All right, let's hear it for the Frosted Flakes.
How's everyone doing tonight? Appreciate you coming. And we're going to do 3 love songs today of various sorts. First one's going to be an Alan Mills song. Anyone ever heard of Love of the Mountains?
Yes.
We're going to do Love of the Mountains for you. As soon as we get set up. It's a good time to start. Over on the far left on the banjo is our professor banjo. Doctor was already taken. Dave Pinkerton is a professor at Western State Colorado University, and in his spare time he's a fly fishing guide. And then to my left is Paul Matson, another retired person. He used to fly planes. What kind of plane, Paul?
747s and 777s for the last 2 airplanes, actually.
They call him Captain Kangaroo. All ready? We'll get them all.
Okay.
We have a plan.
Okay.
Trees on a hillside, always reaching up towards the sky. Reminds me of my papa and my mama, who lived there 80 years before they died. Now
shoveling snow around a redbud tree. The branches of the laurel by the creek bed, and the rippling waters of the gentle stream. Now bright moon is shining in the valley. That old wagon leans against a sack of hay. Two graves on a hillside by a cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. When he and Mama first settled there, they talked about the love of the mountains that he and Mama shared together there. Now bright moon is shining in the valley. That old wagon leans against a sack of hay. Two graves on a hillside by a cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. My mom and dad are resting there today.
We finished the introductions. Behind us on this fantastic doghouse bass is Pete Smith from Broomfield, Colorado. And when he's not making music, he's a geophysicist. And over here, singing lead vocals as well and playing the mandolin from Gunnison, Colorado, working for the city of Gunnison, is Rob Whiting.
The next one's another love song, and you have a little trivia here. It's a nugget of information. This is the second song that Tim O'Brien wrote, and it's called Nellie Kane.
Good.
As a young man I went riding out on the western plains. In the state of North Dakota, I met my Nellie Kane.
Met my Nellie Kane.
She was living in a lonely cabin, sung by another man. 5 years she had waited for him, as long as a woman can.
Long as a woman can. I don't know what changed my mind till that I was a rambling kind of love I can't explain that I had on Nellie Kane.
Season, evening we held hands, and evening we held hands. Her blue eyes told me everything a man could want to know. It was then I realized I would never go. I would never go.
I don't know what changed my mind till then I was a rambling kind of love I can't explain that I had for Nellie Kane.
The sun has grown up tall.
I became a father to him and she became my own. She became my own. I don't know what changed my mind, and I was a rambling kind of love I can't explain that I had for Nellie Kay, that I had for Nellie Kay.
So another love song of a different sort, a little bit more nefarious, and it is called a new song to me. What's the name of this one? All for Love, or The Name of Love?
If it hadn't been,
If it hadn't been for love,
hadn't
it's a
been
Steel
for love.
Drivers, Steel Drivers song.
Never would have hitchhiked to Birmingham if it hadn't been for love. Never would have caught the train to Louisiana if it hadn't been for love. Never would have run in the blinding rain without the $1 to my name if it hadn't been for love. Never would have seen the trouble that I'm in if it hadn't been for love. Look at the wayward wind if it hadn't been for love. Nobody knows it better than me. I wouldn't be wishing I was free if it hadn't been for love. For cold walls against my will, at least I know she's lying still. For cold walls without parole, Lord have mercy on my soul. Never would have gone to that side of town if it hadn't been for love. Never would have took a mind to track her down if it hadn't been for love. Never would have loaded up a 44, put myself behind a jailhouse door if it hadn't been for love. For cold wall against my will, at least I know she's lying still. For cold wall without parole, Lord have mercy on my soul. Never would have hitchhiked to Birmingham if it hadn't been for love. Never would have caught the train to Louisiana if it hadn't been for love. Never would have loaded up the 44 and put myself behind a jailhouse door if it hadn't been for love. If it hadn't been for love. If it hadn't been for love.
That's the Frosted Flakes. Watch them in your grocery store and on the concert circuit.
Good job.
Paul on the lead singing, Rob on the mandolin, Pete on the bass, and Dave on the banjo. And now we have some folks from Nashville, Tennessee, and Maine. What did you do? As far as we're concerned, they're from back east. All of us from back east. Most people who live back east know each other and they live close together. about themselves. This guy's the ringer. This is Jordan Ramsey. He's one of the teachers. He lives around here in Boulder, originally from Tennessee, though, so they could understand each other when they talk. Anyway, this is a really good group, and I don't know, would you normally mention anyway that Sherry's only been picking banjo for 3 years? That's right, 3 years. So you'll hear a person who's doing very well on the banjo with just 3 years under her belt. And by the way, let's also hear it for our sound man, stage technician right here. This is Martin Goldberg. Bluegrass star. Sometimes. So you can do it all. So please welcome all the way from Nashville and other places, the Grass Time Band.
Sunny, Tennessee, coastal Maine. I'm up near Acadia National Park, Hancock County. Yeah, that's probably why they all speak that way up there.
Way up on the mountain, I'll tell you what I see. Bear tracks, looking back at me. Better get your rifle, boy, before it's too late. Bear's got a little big, he's headed for the gate. Well, he's big around the middle and he's broad across the road. About 90 miles an hour, taking 30 feet a jump.